What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's filthiest pitches of the day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with the always awesome Will Leahey. What's happening, Will?
Ninja, rough day yesterday for a Met fan who's also a Shohei Ohtani fan who wants to see his Dodgers go to the next series. But we had two contrasting games, Ninja. We had an epic back and forth between the Mets and the Phils with timely hits from both teams just throughout, culminating in a walk-off. And then we had, on the flip side, a passionate game in Los Angeles, which was kind of one side and then ultimately ended up being a blowout that Padres fans could not be more happy about. Ninja, where would you like to start?
Let's start with the beginning. We're going to start with the first game. Luis Severino was outstanding until he wasn't outstanding. He had 7 strikeouts in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, but they were back-to-back home runs. He had this 98-mile-an-hour heater at the top of the zone to Bryce Harper, and folks on social media were arguing whether this is a strike or not. So let me give you a little clue here. See that solid yellow dot? That means the ball was in the TV broadcast zone. So this would be a strike. They're like, put a robo thing next to it. It's a strike. It's in the zone. If you appealed it, you would lose. Now, this front door 2-seamer that Sevy threw, this was not a strike. See that open circle? When you're watching a game, it's a little way to enjoy it and stop yelling at the umpires. Otherwise, you're going to look stupid. Sevy also had this cutter, this elevated 2-seamer, which I think we have a home plate view of too. That thing gets on you really quick and has nasty movement. You can see why Harper would swing and miss at this thing. He also had this nasty sweeper. There's a home plate view of that. Some overall really good pitching from Sevy, and I love myself some Luis Severino when he's on. And again, for the most part, I thought he was on. Edwin Diaz had kind of a tough game too. He gave up 3 runs in 2/3 of an inning. He got his 2 outs on 2 Ks, and he had this wicked back foot slider that pretty disgusting here. Gets a sword from Schwarber, or otherwise known as a Schwarb. A Schward?
It's a Schward.
It's a Schward. And folks on social media were arguing, no, he didn't swing. He didn't swing. Well, here's a side view of this. He most certainly did swing here. Lastly, Tyler McGill went 1 1/3 innings, giving up a run, and had 2 Ks and his good old American spork. The Phillies threw Cristopher Sanchez, who had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had this 97-mile-an-hour sinker, this slider, and these wicked changeups. They also had the consolation, Orion Kirkring, who had 3 Ks in 1 inning, but gave up a home run. He did have this 2-seamer and sweepers. Well, what do you see from this game, Will? Because the pitching doesn't do it justice. This game was absolutely epic.
It's the Castellanos game. He ended up having 3 enormous hits.
After getting booed, Phillies fans getting on his ass like, boo, you suck. I'll show you who sucks. Yourself.
The Boo Birds came out a little early because Castellanos ended up with the 3 biggest hits of his entire career, essentially. Rooting for the Mets here, I guess I'll just say that we have a series now. You know, it's not going to be a sweep. I don't think anybody expected it to be such. And games are coming to Queens. I will be there either Tuesday or Wednesday night, Ninja. I haven't decided yet. The tickets are extremely expensive, but I'll be there one of the 2 nights.
Well, as somebody who grew up a Mets fan, this is what Mets baseball is like. It'll rip your freaking heart from you. But also, I thought this is a different Mets team. They battled the entire time. It was just a fun game to watch. As somebody who now is just watching pitching and hoping for a good game, this gave me everything you wanted. Absolutely fantastic, even though there's probably more offense than I would like. In the nightcap of playoff games yesterday, the Padres beat the Dodgers 10-2. But for a 10-2 game, there's sure as hell a lot of trash talking, competitiveness, and a whole sorts of little things within this game. This was a lot of fun to watch. Darvish was absolutely masterful out there with 3 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 run, his fastball, slider, and splitter. And he earned the title Pitching Ninja. And you can see him dressed all out in ninja garb right here from our interview. During this game, there was a huge conference in the Padres dugout. After the game, they interviewed Darvish and asked, what did Machado say to the team in the 7th inning? And Darvish had this to say.
You were right there when Manny called that meeting in the dugout after that 7th inning. What was said?
汚い言葉を喋ってます。
Some dirty words here and there.
This meeting happened in part because I think a fan might have thrown a baseball at Profar. This came after Profar robbed a Mookie Betts home run and did it with some style and fooled just about everybody. What'd you think of the Rob job here, Ninja, by Profar?
It's awesome. I love stuff like this. Every stadium should have a low wall where you can rob home runs. Makes the game more interesting and, have some artistic flair with this stuff. If you're going to catch it, play it up. I I don't know. This is what baseball's like. If you were playing baseball in your backyard, what would you do? I'd do exactly the
I'm
same
glad
thing.
you loved it, Ninja, because I hated it. And for a bunch of people. Profar, I don't know. I don't like being tricked. Show the team. Let everybody else know. I don't need your little inside joke. But I hate it for two other reasons. Second, the fans have to do something. If you're a Dodgers fan, you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
hang
No,
your
that's true.
you got to hang your head in shame here. You got to make a play, throw an elbow into his gut or something. You can't let Profar make this catch. And thirdly, the broadcast did an atrocious job. They let everyone to believe that he didn't catch this for a good 30 seconds afterwards. Get it together, broadcast. Show a replay. Let us decide. They just showed Mookie running around the bases and then left the score up the whole time.
Rob home runs. Give me the showmanship. Make Will sweat it out. I love everything about this. And it's my show, Will. It's called the Pitching Ninja Show, not the Will's Opinion Show. So we're going my opinion. This was the greatest thing ever.
That's a hot take, but all right.
Tanner Scott also pitched for the Padres and had 1 K and 1 scoreless inning, getting his K on this elevated heater to Ohtani. I also love the fact that Darvish and Ohtani have this little mini respectful rivalry. Ohtani grew up worshiping Darvish. I asked before this game if anyone thought Darvish would throw Ohtani a fastball at all yesterday. He did throw him 1 in 3 at-bats, but Darvish is known for not throwing fastballs. He can spin the ball with the best of them and kept Ohtani off balance the entire time. And I know he took this as a matter of pride, just competing against the best. On the flip side of this game, Jack Flaherty had 2 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 4 runs. And probably the highlight for Jack Flaherty this game was his fastball to Machado, where he told Machado to sit the down, mother. It's just strong words when you're losing the game. I don't know if I would have picked this time to trash talk somebody. Anyway, it didn't end there. Machado and Flaherty kept going at it, I think threatening to meet each other in the parking lot here. Flaherty also had this knuckle curve. And while watching this game, I don't know. I love the little things about baseball and the way Shohei Ohtani treats his bat here. I don't think I treated either one of my kids with this much respect as Shohei treats his bat after he broke one, gets one back. Just the way he sprays the pine tar on the handle and stuff. He treats his bat like it's a finely tuned instrument. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. I think Arias's controller was unplugged. My picks of the day today, I'm going to start out with Tarek Skubal for 6 Ks or more. Then take Cole Reagans for 6 Ks or more. And top it off with Carlos Rodon for 5 Ks or more. There's also an interesting velo prop today. Tarek Skubal, velo prop on his first pitch. For the heck of it, I'm going to take Tarek Skubal to throw his first pitch over 97 miles an hour because I think there's a decent chance he'll be amped up, and it's plus 500 right now. Also, for any new customers at FanDuel, if you bet $5 and win your bet today, you get an additional $300 in bonus bets. So maybe pick something like Tarek Skubal to get over 4 Ks. What would your picks of the day be?